All right, guys, so welcome into our Baltimore Ravens Mock Draft 1.0. We're going to have a lot of these coming up within the next 2 months before the NFL Draft. Reminder, we're also less than 30 days away from NFL free agency, so that's right around the corner, man. Make sure you got your subscribe and notification bell on for all your Ravens news and content. Let's dive right into this mock draft with the first round selection. The Baltimore Ravens select edge rusher Shemar Stewart out of Texas A&M. If you're not familiar with Shemar Stewart's game, he's a freak athlete, 6'6", 285 pounds. Now, the projections for this guy is wildly different. Okay, so on ESPN's big board, they have him as the 8th overall prospect and the 3rd at his position with a 91 out of 100 grade. But then if you go to Pro Football Network, they have him as the 33rd overall prospect, or PFF has him as the 20th overall prospect. So it's just very interesting to see, some people have him middle first round, some people have him late first round, some people have him high first round. So whether or not this guy's available will be a big question mark, but there's some other guys, a lot of edge rushers in this class I really like, and I'm telling you, Shemar Stewart would be a massive upgrade for this pass rush. What's weird is his explosiveness and speed at that 285-pound weight. So he's like 90th percentile height, 95 percentile weight. He's got 91 percentile wingspan, and he's got devastating strength on bull rushes, but it's not just the bull rushes. Like I said, he's got really good bend, to be able to dip for a guy that size and that weight. So Shemar Stewart, we talked about this. The Ravens need to force more turnovers, especially in the playoffs. The Ravens have the worst playoff turnover ratio in NFL history with Lamar Jackson at quarterback, so they need to have more disruption, more havoc. We saw the Eagles' formula for beating the Chiefs was getting to Patrick Mahomes with a 4-man rush. Shemar Stewart instantly upgrades the defensive line. You could also rush him as a 5-tech or a 3-tech with his size. You have versatility, and the Ravens would be able to get him, Van Noy, and Owe all on the field at the same time to get after the quarterback in those rush packages. So I just want to take a moment to thank Mando for sponsoring today's content. We know that spring and summer is right around the corner. I live in North Carolina right now, and it's already warming up into the 70s. I have a lot of spring and summer plans, from going to the beach to going to my kids' sporting events, camping trips, and much more, which is why I trust Mando to keep me smelling fresh and clean. Mando was actually created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. Mando is a high-performance whole-body deodorant that you can apply everywhere, such as pits, packages, and feet. Mando is clinically proven to control odor better than a shower with soap alone. 12 hours after a shower, the man's average Grundle odor level was a 5 out of a 10. But with Mando, the average Grundle odor level was a 0 out of 10. Mando also has some awesome scents to choose from with 4 different options that are all unique: bourbon leather, Clover Woods, Mount Fuji, and Pro Sport. Mando even has an unscented option, but the Pro Sport is my personal favorite for that fresh and clean feel. One of my favorite things about Mando is it doesn't just cover up odor, it prevents it. Unlike certain other traditional deodorants that try to mask odor with a fragrance, just put a smell over top of it, Mando's actually formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts, more like a pre-odorant. Mando reduces odor all day, continues controlling BO for 72 hours. Mando's starter pack bundle is a great deal for new customers. It comes with a full-size stick deodorant, a cream deodorant tube or spray deodorant, and 2 free products like the wipes or the mini body wash with free US shipping. And just for my followers, Mando is offering an extra $5 off when you click the link in the description below and enter code FLOCK at checkout. That's a deal over 40% off. All right, now I spent a lot of time debating this pick in the second round, but I have the Baltimore Ravens getting their X. Eric DeCosta said they wanted to add an X wide receiver. Jaden Higgins out of Iowa State. He's a 6'4", 210-pound receiver that can also run routes and fly downfield. He's very good at contested catch situations. ESPN has him ranked as the 10th overall prospect at his position and the 60th overall prospect with an 83 grade. This would be by far the biggest, most aggressive and physical wide receiver on the Ravens roster, and it would add another guy in the red zone. It also add a guy that Lamar could throw that back shoulder and that jump ball to, but that's not all of his game. I mean, this guy can actually get open and create separation and can really track the ball really well downfield. This draft profile reads at 6'4" and 210 pounds. He showcased elite skills this season, racking up 1,068 yards and 9 touchdowns, known for his exceptional catch radius. How nice would it be to have another wide receiver with some big catch radius? Sharp route running and short area quickness. Higgins is likely a day 2 NFL draft pick and a key playmaker for the Cyclones. I think the Ravens are going to take some more swings at X receiver. And I definitely debated going offensive line here, but this draft would be under the assumption that the Baltimore Ravens are able to keep Ronnie Stanley and, also that they are trusting Andrew Voorhees to start at guard. But don't worry, we're going to address offensive line as well. With the 3rd round pick, the 91st overall pick in the 3rd round, the Baltimore Ravens select Holland Pierce out of Rutgers. This is a guy that has a lot of tools, a lot of traits, and that the Ravens can develop. He's 6'8", 342 pounds. He's an offensive tackle out of Rutgers. Here's the draft profile. Holland Pierce is a massive and powerful offensive lineman with the ability to dominate in the trenches. His size and strength make him a force in the run game where he generates consistent push and effectively clears lanes for ball carriers. How about that for a guy like Derrick Henry and Keaton Mitchell coming back healthy? Pierce's length and strong hands allow him to control defenders and maintain leverage in pass pro, while his awareness and footwork help him handle stunts and blitzes. There are some technique concerns that need to be refined at the next level, but the potential that he offers will mean he should have plenty of suitors. So if you guys have noticed so far in the draft, we're adding to the trenches. The 2 out of the first 3 picks are some trench warfare picks. We want to beef up the offensive line. We want to beef up that defensive line and add to the pass rush and have a dominant front on both sides of the football. That's where it all starts. In the 4th round, the Baltimore Ravens go with safety Jalen Reed. This is another guy where I've seen him mocked to go in anywhere from the first 50 picks to, back here, he was available on this mock draft simulator in the 4th round. ESPN has him as a 96th overall prospect. He's 6 foot, 209 pounds. Here's the write-up. A physical and instinctive safety with a well-rounded skill set that allows him to contribute in all phases of the game. He excels in run support, strong tackling, willingness to come downhill aggressively. In coverage, he has the range to patrol deep zones and awareness to read quarterbacks and anticipate plays. His ball skills and abilities make him make plays in contested situations, add value to the secondary. His aggressiveness can sometimes work against him by overcommitting, but his high football IQ and leadership make him a dependable presence, man. That's what the Ravens need. They needed a dependable presence back there in the secondary. Another safety, I think, another safety to start next to our Darius Washington and the split field coverages. A strong safety, free safety to allow Kyle Hamilton to move all around, to be the nickel DB, dime linebacker, and just be a blitzer and a game wrecker would be awesome to have some more depth back there in the secondary, and the Ravens get that here with their 4th round pick. All right, some more trench warfare here. And another 4th round pick, the Baltimore Ravens at pick 136 go with defensive tackle Jordan Phillips, the local guy out of Maryland. This is a nose tackle who's 6'1", 320 pounds. He's definitely a tools guy, definitely a big, strong, explosive guy, strong hands. So he's more than just a run stuffer. This guy's got explosiveness and powerful hands to get after the quarterback as a pass rusher. Michael Pierce is getting older. Travis Jones will be a free agent next year, and I think the Ravens should continue to inject talent into their defensive line. So they grabbed 2 guys for their trenches on the defense here, Shamar Stewart and Jaden Phillips, to add some more talent to that defensive front. Trying to follow in the Philly mold to just build a dominant front. And then they also add a guy on the offensive line, Holland Pierce. They grab a safety and an X-wide receiver. So let me know what you guys think about this mock draft, man. I did a bunch of these trying to figure out which direction to go. I debated Mike Green, the edge rusher, in the 1st round. I debated a safety. I debated a corner. But this is our mock draft 1.0. Smash the like button if you enjoyed today's content, man. I love you guys. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.
Ray, when he wasn't looking, he ran me over.